It's been 2 seasons since I reviewed this show, but here we are. Let's get into it, y'all. What is going on, y'all? This be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for our review of Married to Medicine Season 10 premiere. All right, that's what we're here to talk about, y'all. Now, before we get into anything, let's talk about what we got coming up on the platform. Now, as you guys already know, tonight is the night for the Whether You Like It or Not panel Season 6 premiere. All right, tune in as Scotty, Terrence, Keena, Really B, and Yocrates all come together to discuss that underwhelming season premiere of The Real Housewives of Potomac. Make sure you guys tune in. Then on Wednesday, be sure to tune in as Scotty, Jamar, Terrence, Tremel, Carl, and Jeremy all come together for the Chasing panel. And then make sure you guys tune in on Friday because Boys Night Out returns. Me and Jamar will not be there, but Terrence, Josiah, as well as Maddie will be holding it down for the rest of us. There may be one or two special guests that will be sitting in Jamar and I's place. So make sure you guys get into that. All right. There won't be a live review of Love and Marriage Huntsville because I definitely will be out of town. And I'm not really sure if there will be another live review of The Real Housewives of Potomac because I'll be out of town and I'll be at Jamie's baby shower. So I'm not really sure, but we'll see what happens as we continue on. So with that being said, y'all, that's pretty much all that we got on the church announcement. So let's go ahead and get into this review. All right. Now, can y'all believe that Married to Medicine has been on the air for 10 years? 10 damn years. 10 years, all right? Now, we're going to start this thing off. We're at Phaedra's store. You know, we already know that lion ass mother is a woman of many hats, as she would say. Jackie, Heavenly says that Jackie is her closest friend. She can talk to Jackie about anything, and Jackie instills positive energy into her. Phaedra walks in, and I see this outfit that she got on with this blonde wig. And I must say, you guys, listen, if you're a Phaedra fan, you may not need to tune into my reviews because I just don't see it for Phaedra. Phaedra is fake as to me. And it's just this rebrand that she's done is just so try hard to me because for so many years it was, I am a Southern Belle. I'm this, I'm that. I throw over the top events like sipping seas and all of that stuff. Like I am a Southern Belle. I'm a Christian woman. I read the Bible, all of that stuff. But now she a city girl. Like it's just so crazy to me how she was like this, this Christian Southern Belle, but now she walking in scenes like I'm a city girl, y'all. Bitch is just some hoochie. Like, girl, now it's time for the twerkulator, but she used to be twerking that Bible, so I don't know. But according to Phaedra, she's dating a Nigerian physician. Do y'all believe it? He's a Nigerian physician who I like to call Mr. Emoji Man because that's exactly what the fuck he is, a damn emoji man, because don't nobody even know who he is. Jackie and Heavenly have not spoken to Quad. They have not heard from Quad really since, they were all at the reunion. Phaedra starts talking about her past with Dr. G. Now, clearly, when she was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Phaedra did say that she used to date Dr. G out of her own mouth. Now, that's what she said. But when we up here talking, she said, well, we got to talk about what really constitutes as dating because blah, blah, blah. Girl, you said it. That's the shit I be talking about with Phaedra. Girl, you said it. You said it on the Real Housewives of Atlanta that you dated Dr. G at one point in time. You said it. So why you sitting up here acting like we need to figure out what the we mean by dating? Girl, you said it. You know what I'm saying? So here she go, already lying already. But she said she didn't date Dr. G all in all. Like she said she never slept with him, she never dated him. So why would you say that you did? Already lying. So we get into Simone and Cecil. And Simone asked Cecil, do you miss my cooking? Be honest. He said, yeah, I do. She was like, stop lying. He said, I do miss your world famous chicken wings. And apparently they was writing a relationship book. They was writing a book about marriage. And, they had their own marital issues going on. But they decided that they would can that book because talking about the past and talking about the issues that they had in their marriage, it was like it was rehashing things that they already went through. So they thought it would be a better idea not to even do the book. And that's probably the best thing for them, is to not even do that book if it's going to bring up the past. Toya and Eugene arrived, and it seems like Toya and Eugene are now in a better place. Hopefully they ain't got to move no time soon, because every time we look around, they gotta move. Um, Toya then mentions that Dr. G is getting married, and they're very happy for Dr. G. You know, it's been a long time coming, and Quad has been moving on, doing her thing, but now it's time for Dr. G to do the same. Next thing you know, as they're talking about it, Sweet Tea and Dr. G arrive at the house. And everybody seems to be happy to see Sweet Tea. Now, Sweet Tea looks like she's Toya's like younger sister. Like that's what she looked like. Like I be getting the two mixed up. I've been getting them mixed up since I seen pictures. But yeah, Toya and Sweet Tea, they're talking about the engagement party that Sweet Tea is about to throw, and she wants everybody to come. Dr. G said that when his divorce from Quad was finalized, his DMs were lit. And then T said she was one of the DMs that was up in his DM trying to get at him. So apparently she came into his DM saying, I got what you need. And he said, you don't even live here. She said, I'm not that far. Next thing you know, Dr. G flew her out like the city girl that she is, because she's a gold digger, apparently. Um, and they went up there. She had this nice dress on, and it's been on ever since. But what I can say is that Dr. G looked like he happy, okay, and he even looks good. Dr. G looks good with that gray beard, like he looks good. I don't know what it is about beard, but it's something about beards that enhances a man's beauty, so to speak. Because I never really just seen it for Dr. G like that. Like I never thought that he was like a not a nice looking guy, but I didn't never see it for him. But it's something about him in this beard that got me wondering. I'm like, Dr. G kind of fine, all right. So we get into Dr. Heavenly, and she and Alora, they are looking for prom dresses. And it's so crazy that we've been watching this show for so long, and we've been seeing Alora grow right before our very damn eyes. Like she's really growing up. And I think that is the last kid in the nest. And Heavenly wants Alora to go to school in the state. The boys went to school outside the state, but she wants Laura to stay in Georgia and go to Spelman, but she don't want to go to Spelman. She wants to go to FAMU. FAMU is a school that Dr. Heavenly went to. She said she don't want her daughter to do the same thing she did. Like, she went to school with her man and never looked back, and she don't want her to do the same thing she did. But then, Dr. Heavenly was like, I got to pay for tuition. When I was coming up and I was going to school, my parents couldn't afford to pay for my tuition. I had to get a scholarship. So I'm glad that I can, treat my kids to the life that I wasn't able to have. And I think that that is a very great thing, that when parents make it, like when people make it out of the hood or make it out of the humble beginnings that they were in, they're able to afford a certain lifestyle, and they're able to give their kids everything that their parents weren't able to do for them. And I always said that with me doing what I'm doing, and if I ever made it farther than YouTube and made it even bigger, I would give my brother the world, because I was there with him in the trenches. Like I helped raise him, I helped take care of him. Like I spent my hard-earned money on him. So if I ever made it big, he would get the world from me if I had a lot of money. Y'all know that's my dog. Even though he's 23, I would still do whatever for him, like flat out. So if I ever made it big, I would do the same thing that Dr. Heavenly is doing for Laura. It's a different thing when you're doing it for someone that you really, really see it for. We get into Dr. G and Sweet Tea. Apparently Sweet Tea was born in Arkansas. It's a small town of 400 people, and I think she grew up in Killeen, Texas. Um she said they're about to have a hold down at the house, and she's very nervous, and Dr. G doesn't want her to really be nervous. She said, well, I know that you still cool with these people. I just feel like I got to be in the girls' good graces because you are, friends with their husbands. And I don't necessarily think that she meant necessarily being in their good graces. She just want to get along with them, have relationships and rapports with them, because her soon to be husband already have those with the husbands. So why not? You know what I'm saying? Um, Jackie and Heavenly, they discuss going to the hoedown or whatnot and just, talk about it. And, they Heavenly says, well, but Jackie was basically saying that this is the same house that, Dr. G and Quad shared together. And it's gonna be a little bit weird, a little bit awkward knowing that they used to go there when Quad was married to him. And Heavenly said, well, I've been there since Sweet Tea been there, and it don't look the way that it looked when Quad was there. Like it looked better when Quad was there. And I don't know if that's a biased thing with Dr. Heavenly because Quad is her girl. But child, Dr. Heavenly gonna find a way to toss a little bit of shade at somebody. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but I can only imagine how weird that may be. I can only imagine how weird that is. Like I just think that it is because I can't see myself going to the house that my friend used to share with her ex-husband and now her ex-husband is sharing it with a whole nother woman or man. Like that would be like the weirdest thing for me, but it ain't about me. It wouldn't even be about me. I'm just there to have me a good time down. So you know that Toya and Dr. Heavenly really haven't been getting along or whatever, but Toya and Simone was basically saying that Dr. Heavenly has been making an effort to try to make things right. The reason why they've been falling out with Dr. Heavenly is because she takes everything to social media. She takes things to Twitter. She takes things to her YouTube channel, and they don't like that. And for me, if you really cool with somebody or you really friends with somebody, it's just certain things that you just don't bring to the internet. Like if you think it, don't say it on the fucking internet and give people a reason to talk. Like that's Heavenly just speaks all over herself, to be honest. We meet Kanisha. Kanisha is Letitia, aka Sweet Tea's fraternal twin. Then Heavenly asks Sweet Tea, what does she love the most about being engaged? And Sweet Tea says, because she has access to the money. I know y'all heard that. Did y'all hear that? Okay, but let me say it one more time. Dr. Heavenly said, what do you enjoy the most about being engaged to Dr. G? She says, I get access to the money. So is she a gold digger? Is she Kanye Weston? Now, I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. Get down, T. Go ahead, get down. Get down, T. Go ahead, get down. Now I ain't saying she a gold. Like, is that what this is? Because people said that Quad was with Dr. G for the money, and they kept their foot on her neck. So is there gonna be the same energy here? I'm just trying to figure that out. Just trying to figure it out. Okay. Um. So next thing you know, Toya was like, "Well, I'm not trying to make anything awkward because you know that we did have a relationship with his ex-wife." And Toya started bringing up Quad, and she asked Phaedra, "Was she the attorney dealing with her DUI?" And then Phaedra was like, "Now you don't put no DUI on a Christian woman, and I feel like Quad is definitely a Christian woman." I don't like the fact that they were bringing up Quad in this lady's house in front of her, like having a whole damn conversation about Quad. And I'm like, do y'all have any type of like sensitivity about anything? Like, why would you be sitting up here talking about her soon to be husband's ex wife? Like, why is she a topic of discussion in her house in front of her? And that's why the sister was like, well, we're not going to make this about Quad. And I'm glad that the sister was there to really get ragtag the girls and get them together, because I thought that was pretty disrespectful, honestly, to be sitting up there talking about Quad in front of that girl like that. Like, for real, if I was her, I would have just kicked them all out of my damn house, honestly, because you don't bring no shit up like that in front of the new woman. Why? Bad enough she on the show that the girl used to be on, so why y'all doing that? So then T says that Dr. G is ready for a family and that, Simone recommended her to a specific doctor. Heavenly starts saying, well, Jackie do this, so why didn't Simone recommend Jackie? And I'm just like, here go Heavenly starting like she always do. And so Jackie and no, Simone and Heavenly start going back and forth. And Simone would get loud as a mother whenever something go down. So they argue for a little while. And then Phaedra says that she wants to clear the air. So when it was time for her to clear the air, Heavenly said, okay, you want to clear the air to let her know that you ain't slept with Dr. G. And everybody started laughing. So after that, Sweet Tea and Dr. G are headed to the courthouse. And Sweet Tea voiced her concerns with the girls with Dr. G. She said that the women kept on bringing up Quad, and she didn't understand why they would do that. Like she felt some kind of way about them bringing her up, which I knew she felt some type of way, like any human being would. And so Dr. G was like, yeah, people kept on trying to bring up Quad and trying to make her a topic of discussion. And Dr. G was like, well, I'm just going to have to, not Dr. G, Sweet Tea said, well, I'm just going to have a conversation with these girls and just let them know that there's a new sheriff in town and I'm not taking this shit. I find Sweet Tea to be a little endearing. Like she comes across really naive in a sense, but at the same time, she seems very sweet. I hope these girls don't chew her up and swallow her ass and spit her out. Like I hope they don't, because she got that personality where I feel like they just might, especially Dr. Heavenly, because Dr. Heavenly been throwing so much shade at her already. So we're gonna see about that. We're definitely going to see about that. And they start showing shit that's going to happen 2 weeks from them going to the thing. We even see Quad pop up. Now I would hope that Phaedra does not bring Quad to Sweet Tea's party, bachelorette party, whatever the type of party she have. And I would hope that Phaedra won't do that. But Phaedra messy as hell, so of course she would do that. I mean, that ain't nothing new. But anyway, that's pretty much all I got for Married to Medicine. I will say that Married to Medicine was a little bit more entertaining than Real Housewives of Potomac, but it still was a little bit of fluff. But I mean, look, the review ain't number 16 minutes long. Of course, it was a little bit of fluff, but whatever. But before we get up out of here, let's talk about it now. Our very own Tramiel, who's a part of the Chasing Panel, has a brand new single out called Long Days. It's available everywhere, so make sure you guys purchase it and stream it. And also, Bando has a new record called Bando's Dream, and is now available on Spotify, Apple Music, as well as YouTube. With that being said, you guys, your boys up out of here. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my IG, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, y'all, you boys up out here. And until my next video, I will holler at you guys a little bit later. Bye, y'all.